I think gender reveals is pointless now. OMG is a boy. Then boom, 12 years later, James is Jessica. Yeah, I think we've been saying this for a while, right? I think we've all been saying about how pointless gender reveals are. I mean, they weren't great to begin with, and you only ever hear the horror stories of gender reveal parties. But yeah, like a trans person, the gender reveal is going to be meaningless, or more than meaningless. It's going to, I don't know, it's going to make them uncomfortable, right? If a child looks back and all the photos of them as a child are like bright pink photos saying it's a girl, and now they have like dysphoria and they have issues with identifying as a girl because they are a boy, then yeah, that gender reveal was wholly pointless. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we're going to be once again returning to r/AccidentalAlly, the subreddit dedicated to transphobes who are just really bad at being transphobes. They're really bad at it. Before we begin, I just wanted to mention that I am going to be streaming today in 2 hours as of this video coming out, so go check out my Twitch. The link will be in the description or equally in the comments, so go check that out. Go follow me so you don't miss the stream. We'll probably be playing Darktide today because we won't be able to play Elden Ring because Leo will be here, so he won't have access to his PlayStation. So yeah, go check that out. Let's take a look at the subreddit, shall we? You absolutely don't pass. Is there any reason why? Facial structure mainly. Haircut isn't feminine. Stop trying to be trans and accept yourself as a man king. Go lift weights. So obviously, I probably don't need to mention it because of the subreddit we're in, but the context here is that OP is a trans man. Something tells me they perchance do in fact pass. And I don't know what it might be that possibly tells me that they do pass, but perhaps it's the fact that they just got gender affirmed in an attempt at misgendering them. I only follow males. I only follow biological males, even if they like to play pretend. Let's fucking go. So it's a transphobic Twitter account that only follows biological males, but clearly not very good at that, are they? They're clearly not very good at the attempts they're making, just by the fact that they just followed a trans account who, not quite what they think it is. I'm sorry I have to let you all go, but you're just not freaks anymore. I'm not really sure what the intention behind this post was. I don't know if the person that made this post realizes that freak shows haven't existed or really been profitable at all for like around a century now, but just, I don't know, it's an affirmation, right? You're telling these people they're not freaks. That's a good thing. But also, like, I just gotta talk about the fact that freak shows were one of the most demeaning and insulting forms of entertainment, right? Freak shows were people turning up to a place to laugh and gasp at people that they think shouldn't exist and are hideous monstrosities of humans. And these people were just normal people. Like, that's a demeaning, horrible, insulting form of entertainment. And it's a good thing that that entertainment doesn't exist anymore, because these people aren't freaks. They're human beings. It's a good thing that these people aren't considered freaks anymore. That you don't look at an overweight person or a person with tattoos or a person with a beard that looks feminine and go, oh, that's a freak, because they're not a freak. They're a human being. So I can't figure out what the intention behind this post was. Like, oh, this generation is so wild that freak shows aren't considered freaks anymore. Good. That's a good thing. That means we've progressed as a society. If you can't progress with that, you're getting left behind. You're the issue, not these people you call freaks. 2000s, someone talking about gay people and trans people and all that stuff. 2010s, they're talking about the same thing and now there's a rainbow person. 2020s, they're talking about the same thing and now there's 2 rainbow people. Maybe you should stop teaching about these to paranoid freak. Now, obviously, this is a stupid post and talking about something doesn't therefore make it happen, right? But they don't understand that the increased amount of people who are openly talking about being trans or being gay, etc., isn't because they're being indoctrinated and brainwashed into believing that they are trans or gay, etc. It's because it's accepted. The point is, like, you can look at other things similar, right? So 100 years or so ago, being left-handed was not accepted societally. It was a sign of the devil. Being left-handed was evil. We can't allow left-handed people to exist. We punish left-hand people. We force them to use their right hand. That changed. People started accepting left-handed people as just a normal thing. Now left-handed people can be left-handed without being punished. Naturally, we see an increase in left-handed people. Those people were always left-handed. There's an increase in people because they are now able to come out as being left-handed and be accepted. The exact same thing is happening with gay and trans people. Those people were always gay and trans. It's just no longer a threat to their health if they come out as being gay or trans. It's not that they're being brainwashed into being gay or trans. They have always been gay or trans. They're just no longer scared of telling people that they are gay or trans. That's it. That's the whole stat. r/dad jokes. Why did someone upgrade from LGBTQ to LGBTQ+? So they could use pronouns rather than standard nouns. Yeah, okay, that's kind of funny. If a dog has its nuts cut off, it's still a dog. It doesn't suddenly become female or a fucking toaster. Ah yes, the 3 genders. Woman, dog, and toaster. One joke moment. What? It's such a poorly structured comment. If a dog has its nuts cut off, it's still a dog. It doesn't suddenly become female or a toaster. So there are no female dogs? The way they've worded it is so bad. But you could also say that if a trans woman or a trans man gets gender reassignment surgery, they are still a human. Yes, that's the statement you've made. If a dog has its nuts cut off, it's still a dog. So if a human has gender reassignment surgery, they're still a human. So how about you just use a modicum of respect and actually treat them like one? Wouldn't that be insane? Wouldn't that be crazy if your statement that a dog without nuts is still a dog applies to humans and therefore you should treat humans like humans? Wouldn't that be insane? Wouldn't that be absolutely wild if people actually treated human beings like human beings? Can't imagine that. Can't imagine it. At least I have a wife with a real pussy, unlike you. LeMayo, I have a huge cock. I'll fuck your wife with. She only has sex with real men. So she won't have sex with me because I'm a woman? Okay, bozo, way to go and validate me. Such an ally. It's such a... What was this transphobe trying to do? At least my wife has a vagina. Yeah, and I'll bang her because I have a big penis. She only has sex with real men. But the point is I'm not a man. Like... They're so bad at this. How are transphobes so bad at the one thing they have? They have one thing, and it's being a transphobe, and they suck at it. They suck so bad at it. Unless you know them personally, please use they, them pronouns when addressing our store employees. Thank you.
Seriously, I never, as in ever, address anyone by any pronoun. If demanded, I will laugh in the employee's face, request a meeting with a manager, and inform them my personal preference is to eliminate their business from the list of my large extended family's shopping permanently. This is why pronouns are an important thing to be taught in schools. So let's count the pronouns used in this. I is a pronoun, them is a pronoun, there is a pronoun. They've used 3 separate pronouns on multiple occasions in this one tweet. In this one tweet saying that they never use pronouns. Nice try, but you're an idiot. They really need to get better material. They're trying to build a house and they're building a full-size house out of cardboard and it's raining. That's the transphobes right now. That's the material they're working with, is cardboard in the rain. So this next one, I've got 2 posts here. They're actually 2 separate posts posted here, but they're from the same organization, so I'm going to use both of them. There's an organization, I can't remember what it's called, Citizens for Sanity Inc., who have been putting up these like fake trans posters. They're trying to make trans sound crazy and they're trying to make it like turn people away from being trans, but their posters are so pro-trans that it's hilarious. They are so bad at this. I'm just gonna have to show you, okay? So the first post says, help Charlie become Charlotte. Puberty blockers are a civil right. There's no punchline here. There's no joke. They've just written that and put it on a billboard. And the next one, right? All men have the right to get pregnant. Support reproductive freedom. Like, yes, we should. We absolutely... it's so stupid. This is a transphobic organization trying to battle trans people by putting pro-trans banners up.
The banner they've used of a pregnant trans guy, by the way, look how happy this dude is. This dude's happy. Is the point you're trying to get across that it's a bad thing? Why have you used a banner where a dude is legitimately happy about this then? It's just so poorly done. It's the weakest attempt at invalidating trans people I have ever seen. Good job. Good job. As a trans man with an Adam's apple, I'm confused. Do people not understand how vocal cords work? You're not a trans man. You're a man with mental problems who thinks he's a woman. Get it right, pal. Transphobes don't understand what trans man or trans woman means. Also, the Adam's apple thing, like, I think I've talked about this in a video a while ago, but cis women and like AFABs have Adam's apples. Not all of them, and they're not always as pronounced, but plenty still do. And I looked into this recently because there was a post about it not long ago that I saw on Reddit, and I wanted to comment about it. I looked into it. I looked up women's Adam's apples. There's a whole industry about reconstructive surgery. Or not reconstructive, sorry. Like, what's the word? Cosmetic surgery. That's the word. There's a whole industry of cosmetic surgery that is reducing or removing women's Adam's apples. We as a society have somehow become so focused on what it is to be a man or a woman that women are so self-conscious about a small lump on their throats that they will pay thousands of dollars for cosmetic surgery to reduce it. If that doesn't not only one, say how stupid a society we have ended up with, that is deemed a necessary thing that a lot of women have to do to feel validated, but two, prove that women have Adam's apples. Like, I don't know what would prove that, other than the fact that that's an industry that exists. It's a stupid industry that shouldn't exist, but it really just proves the point that AFABs can have Adam's apples. I don't believe you to be transgender. You're clearly female. That's the point. That's the whole point. How do people not grasp the concept? If someone says they're transgender and they are very clearly outwardly portraying themselves as a gender, have you ever considered that perchance that's the gender they're identifying with? This woman here, this trans woman, looks like a woman and is identifying as a woman. She's not a trans man and isn't trying to be a man. She's a woman. And they just can't grasp that. They see a woman say, I'm transgender, and go, oh, you look nothing like a man. Yeah, that's the point. They're never gonna learn. They are never gonna learn. Same genders as last year? Now this one might just look like a wholesome, happily family meal, which to me it does. That's the thing, right? This just comes across as a wholesome meal. This is an accepting dad that is trying to accept his children. They might be non-binary or gender fluid, and he's trying to be accepting of that. He's trying his best, right? However, this is a comic that was drawn by Stone Toss, who is an actual Nazi, like an actual Nazi. That's not even like one of those like, oh, you must be a Nazi because you believe X. There's a whole really, really long, like, multi-page essay on Stone Toss is a Nazi. They express white supremacy, they've expressed anti-Semitism, racism, homophobia, like excessive amounts of various things that all come under Nazi ideologies. So, like, I just don't understand what this comic was trying to get across, because this is just a happy, wholesome picture of a family having a good time. And this is meant to be a bad thing. Like, they're all happy. Just let people be happy, bro. And the final post. Transgender girls are real girls too. And toilet water is real water. Drink up. Once again, I don't understand the point that they're trying to make here. Toilet water, by all definitions of water, is real water. We don't put synthetic water in our toilets, do we? Our waters are plumbed into the water supply. We get the same water in our toilets that we get in our taps, showers, and baths. It's the same water. It all comes from the same place. Just because it's put in a toilet doesn't mean it's not water anymore. I just don't understand what they were trying to say with this post. It's still water. It still comes from the same plumbing. It's still charged against your water bill. If you're saying that toilet water being real water is like transgender women being real women, then thank you for affirming the fact that transgender women are real women, because toilet water is real water. And that's where I'm going to end the post, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. Oh boy. Oh boy. If you want to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click the join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. Special thank you to all of my YouTube members and patrons that do support the channel. All of you are wonderful, incredible people. It means so much. It helps so much. So thank you to everybody that does support the channel. All of your names are on screen. Go check out my Twitch. We're going to be streaming soon. That's all I have to say on that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.